Hi guys, welcome back to another a chapter day series. I hope you guys are doing well and staying alright. So this chapter was a midnight series because I updated the website around 11:49 p.m. So yeah, I'm so proud of myself that I got the willpower to do it because I was so sleepy. Very, very much sleepy. But yeah, that's what's going on. We have 17 more chapters until we're done with the book of First Samuel. Hooray, yay, joy, happiness. I'm so glad. Anyways, previously on First Samuel, we talked about Samuel reminding the Israelites of the good things God has done and he's doing because I guess they're so, amazed and they're just influenced by the illusion that Saul is king while God is supposed to be king. We use the word king very, we misuse it a lot. King. They were influenced by the illusion that Saul is king instead of God being king. So yeah, that's what's going on. That sounds so ignorant of them, but it is what it is. So today we're reading 1 Samuel chapter 13 and it is 23 verses, which again, I'm still shook by the fact that, the verses are not that long because it's supposed to be long since it's like a whole chapter based on stories, but I'm fine with what I get. So this chapter is very intense. It's basically talking about Saul and his son Jonathan. So we know Saul has a son, and basically, this whole book for Samuel is a fight between the Philistines because it was caused by Samson. Samson was angry, he had temperament issues, but he married Delilah, and the Philistines used Delilah to deceive him, and he prayed to God, and the pillars that the Philistines tied him on fell down and everybody died. So I guess that's like a grudge. And the Philistines want to get even with the Israelites. So yeah, Saul and Jonathan are going to war with the Philistines at Garrison. And on their journey there, on their way to Garrison, Saul told everybody, including himself, not to eat anything. But Jonathan did not listen. He ate honey that was coming up from a tree with his stick. And when the Israelites saw him, they were like, wow, what are you doing, Jonathan? Like, what are you doing? Why are you eating? Your father said, don't eat anything. So they got very angry and very pissed because it's been like 30 days and no one is eating anything. And out of the bloom, Jonathan comes here and he's eating. Excuse me, why? So they got very angry and they killed live meat and they ate the meat with blood. So yeah, they were really hungry. And when Saul saw this, he was asking them, "Why did you guys eat when I told you not to eat?" And they snitched on Jonathan, like, "Oh, your son did it first, so I don't care. I did it next." And Jonathan brought a curse onto Saul and his family. So not to the Israelites, but just to Saul and his family. So yeah, that's basically what this chapter was talking about. It was just really long in the sense of, concepts and themes, but the message is passed. And for a memory verse today, guys, I did my quiet time today. Oh my goodness, I've not done this in like 7 days. 7 whole days I've not done a very good quiet time, but I did one today. So my theme today was about angels. Yes, I read about angels. Now, the first memory verse is Matthew chapter 18, verse 10, and it says, "Take heed that you despise not one of these little ones, for I say unto you, that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father, which is in heaven." So when I read this, the first thing that came to my head was, okay, do not despise these little ones means children, but I looked at it at a more deeper time frame and just a deeper meaning, and I realized it wasn't just about children. Of course it has some relation to children, but when he says do not despise these little ones. He means about the little ones here on earth that we see. When we say little ones, we look at the minorities. I'm not talking about minorities in like rights and stuff like that. Minorities in the sense of you're a nobody. Those kind of people, the lower class end of the spectrum. You know, the people that are shadowed and shunned upon, they leave behind the shadows. Those people, those little ones. If you notice, the people that God uses in the Bible, He never uses the people that are rich. He never uses the Pharisees. He never uses people that have class and standard, the tax collectors. Not that He has anything bad against them, but He was trying to pass the message that I feel in our society today we totally are just ignoring it. We are ignoring that message and just, acting like we don't know that's what we're supposed to do. But He wanted to pass the message that truly you having riches, you having money, you acquiring wealth, having some set so standard does not make you placed for heaven, because I feel like money creates this illusion of stability. It creates this illusion of happiness, divine happiness. It just creates the illusion of I have all that I need. You can get all that you need, not even only materialistically, but you just know that I can get everything. It's not limited to material things. You just feel, you have this feeling like, oh, I can get everything. And I'm not saying don't be rich, but pray to God to give you the ability not to get influenced and confused by that illusion, because it's a very stupid and ignorant illusion, if you ask me. So He was trying to do this to let you understand that you being rich, you being influenced by that illusion that you can get everything, material and unmaterial, intangible, you can get everything you want through money. He was trying to defy that. But in today's society, I think it has gotten far more worse. And it's something simple. It feels like, okay, everybody knows money can only get you something little, but it can only get you things to a certain limit. But today we're being ignorant and making money look like it can get you everything that is tangible and also everything that is intangible in the sense of divine happiness. And so Jesus or God and everybody, they used everyone that was always poor, lower class, farmers, fishers, just to clear that whole stigmatization that people on the lower end can't make anything of themselves in life, can't, be used by God because they don't have any standard or any caliber. They can't do anything in their life because of their worth. But I feel today we still ignore that fact, that teaching that Jesus was trying to show us. We ignore it because even though you say you don't like money, you still want money. And in a way, we idolize money. We make money, be the soothsayer of our life. And I'm not saying I don't like money. I mean, I'm thinking about how to invest when I don't know if they allow 16-year-olds to invest, but I like money. I won't say I like money. I want money so that I'll be able to live you know in my comforts and maybe above my comforts. I want to attain money. I don't like money. I don't want money, but I want to attain it. I want to be able to have it. I don't want it to control me. But I feel today's society, we tend to let money lead us into decisions we make unawares. You might have money and your relationship or your attitude towards people changes. You're allowing it control you without even, being aware of what's happening. So that illusion is very powerful, and people tend to say money doesn't control me, but from the way they act, from the way they talk, from the relationships they have, you will understand that money does control them. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say for that memory verse. And the second memory verse is 1 Corinthians 6 verse 3. I'm trying to open my Bible in the most quiet manner that I can. Okay, 1 Corinthians 6 verse 3. And it says, know ye not that we shall judge angels, how much more things that pertain to this life. So basically, it's saying, don't you know angels are going to be judged? How much you that is pertained to this life? When people are like, oh, everyone's gonna make heaven, no one's gonna judge us. God loves us so much, He preaches love. So whatever we do, we have to understand that we have to practice love, and God would just save us. Hold up. No. Okay, I've heard too many people say, oh, God preaches love, I'm practicing love. No, God only even used the theme of love once in the Bible, which was just to love their neighbor as yourself, which has a deeper meaning than that. But He never said, let love be the justification of sin. That's something, the whole different thing. And God is not all about love. No, God is not practicing love. No, let's not get it all twisted up. Let's not use love as a barrier to understanding what Christianity or what God is all about. And when we say, oh, everybody's going to make heaven, it's a dream, it's a prayer. I mean, I recently started praying that God should just help us all and touch us in some way in our lives for us to repent so that we can all be saved. But it's something that's very unrealistic, because even though I look at it in this way, that even though we're all saved, or we all have some kind of encounter with God in our lives, there's always that, triggering voice in our head that's like, this could just be coincidence. That coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence, but there's always that triggering voice in our head that promotes lack of faith that God actually exists. And so you won't actually believe that that experience in your life is of God. It's divine. You believe it's just coincidence and you would ignore it. And so it's a waste of time. You don't get saved. And I just, we're all going to be judged. We're all going to die someday and be before God. And some of us will go to hell, some of us will go to heaven. And it's sad, truly. It's really sad that some of us will go to hell, because I feel the media depicts hell as this place that's just burning with fire, but I think it's more than that. I feel like, I don't know how many people have ever had the feeling where they're alive, they can feel pain, but they want to die. They're praying to die. Like, imagine you praying to die. It's not like in the relation to suicide or depression. You're literally praying to die when you're already dead. That's deep, if you ask me. So yeah, give your life to Christ. Build a relationship with God so you don't have to go to hell. I don't know who's gonna go to hell. I don't know who's gonna go to heaven, but we just all have to try so that we can make heaven, truly, and be before the presence of God. And also, I also read today that we all have angels. I wonder who my angel is, or which group of angels I have. You could have more than one angel. I wonder who my angel is. The angels come to minister to you what God has said, because if God was supposed to come down on earth, everything would come to a still. That's why He made Jesus, but we killed Him. And then, made the angels. Okay, I'm getting so lost and drifted, but yeah, that's basically what today's chapter is about, and I hope you guys are doing fine and staying alright. See you in tomorrow's chapter. Bye!